Hey, sorry it's been so long. I'm going to crack straight on because I've got 4 left to do. Episode 7. Max wakes up next to Hopewell. It's all a little cold in their heads meeting. And Rachel tells Chris about Max's violence where he turns up at her house and Chris has a wonderful little quip with the Inspector calls, which would mean nothing if you're not from England, but GCSE English, sorry my camera was a little bit high, GCSE English, you can study in Inspector calls, so that's just brilliant. Max tries to make amends to Kim by organising a talent show. I don't really know what that's going to do. Max tells the staff she and Max aren't together anymore, and Amy tries to bribe Hopewell out of £50, and Hopewell gives her £20, and Amy says that she'll keep the class quiet and good while Hopewell's doing a little examination. Amy then changes it afterwards, saying she wants £50 a week and she'll have no trouble. Helen says no, and Siobhan stands up to Amy, which is about blooming time that Siobhan got a bit of a backbone. Auditions begin for the talent show with Grantley, Ruby and Philip and Ruth as judges. Luke gives Siobhan the brush off a little bit, probably because of her friendship with Amy, but Lindsay is trying to be nice, bless her, she is trying. Tom takes Josh to his granddad's allotment, and that's just a lovely little scene of just them two. Michaela's good at the flute, which is a bit of a surprise. Max shows Kim divorce papers. Amy hits out at Siobhan. Not a very good moment. Ruby tells Max that Grantley doesn't like Max, saying that Grantley thinks that Max's relationship with Helen might not be purely professional, which is a bit and pretty darn true. Max tries to get rid of Helen with Chris's help, but Chris finds out that he's trying to get rid of her, and Chris and Max have this massive Barney, and Chris won't help him. He threatens Max, saying, you better calm down. I heard what happened to Rachel, and Lindsay makes up with Ruth, and Helen threatens Max, and she keeps her job in the end. He makes it hard for her though. Amy shouts Helen down. Oh yeah, Amy shouts Helen down in the class, properly. Amy's ripping into Helen Hopewell, and you feel so sorry for her, so sorry. It's absolutely horrible. Luckily, no one else in the class joins in while she's having this massive slam down, and they all, help Helen, who is now crying in the middle of the class. Rachel then has a massive go at Amy, and Hopewell gives Rachel the disc obviously of Max and her together, and Rachel realises that Helen only got the teaching job there because she was sleeping with Max, which Rachel then rips into Max about, which is brilliant as well. Siobhan, then says she don't want a friendship with Amy anymore if you're going to be like that. No. Rachel gets her school back, about time, and Kim goes back with Max, which is bloody idiot. And she says, as long as he's honest. Come on, really? Characters and cast. Loved Helen's breakdown. It was just so brilliant. Which is probably my best moment as well, but I'll come back to that. Amy gets her comeuppance, about time as well. Rachel has her power back, or at least a little bit of her power back. After the end of the last episode, when Max is threatening her and getting in her face, it's just like, oh, yes, about time. Grantley's one-liners, just such a treat, aren't they? It's just they're so funny. Chris's little quip about the spectacles, loved that about his character. I loved also when Rachel tells Chris what happened with Max, he gets so protective, you know, really protective of Rachel, and really wants to go after Max even though she doesn't want him to, which is just so sweet. Best bit was Helen's breakdown. It was just a brilliant bit of TV, and to tell you the truth, something like that actually happened in our school. I was in the class, I was in English, and my teacher, well, she wasn't a very good teacher. All I'm saying is she wasn't a very good teacher and she couldn't control the class. And we had some particularly bad people in it. And one of the girls tried to leave, just walk out, and she said, no, you're not going anywhere. Took her arm, you know, to say, no, you're not going out of the classroom. She didn't hurt her, it wasn't malicious in any way. And the girl turned round and was like, you just hit me, you've just hit me, I cannot believe you just hit me. And then I didn't obviously, and there was a few of us who stayed behind, but pretty much the whole class, other than about 10 of us, got up and just walked out of the lesson. I mean, there was not much that could be done about stopping that. Our key stage head came and yeah, but yeah, so I can imagine what that was all like. And the teacher had a little bit of a bit of a breakdown. Yeah, okay then, bye.